It's working out. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yes, there we go.
It's working out. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we finally got our technical issues sorted out for this evening. Thank you very much, Jonathan Benson, YouTube live chat, for pointing that out. We terrible to got on with not hearing us or hearing the action from Spa. Well, on that note, welcome this evening to the 5th and final round of the South African simGP series. I've said that about 5 times now, but anyway. I'm Jason Holden-Jones, and welcome to the commentary booth, Werner, Heenop. How are we this evening?
Thanks again, Jason.
I know.
No, I'm good. And yes, I'm looking forward to this one. Finally. No, I'm good. I'm good. The commentary booth. And yeah, we're live with qualifying. 8 minutes to go in this session. We got Jordan Sherratt in provisional pole position. So far, Bashir Jadwat is struggling compared to his hot lap qualifying sessions. He's only done a 156.6. The man of the moment now is Jordan Sherratt with a 154.796, and Lambrecht behind him in class is third.
Absolutely, this is the first qualifying of 2, of course, evening 2 races, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, we haven't had racing for about 3 weeks now, so it's great to get going again as we start to bring the season to a close. In fact, we've got this race, and then we have next week Monday night we've got the final round of the 2018.1 South African Sim GT series, and also the Division 1 race on Monday and the Division 2 race on Wednesday evening. And of course the 2018.2 season, the new season, will start in mid-July. It's planned for so far. So if you're wanting to get involved in racing at Sim Race South Africa, that's sort of when you can gauge as to when it will start. And everyone is very welcome to join us for that new season. Yeah. And as Werner pointed out there, Sherratt still on provisional pole position. Of course, Jordan Sherratt is our South African star in the US Formula 4 Championship, the real World Formula 4 Championship, and it's great to have him racing here at Sim Race South Africa for the RPM Sim Racing team, and he's trying to help RPM secure the team's title this evening, currently leading the championship.
We got Claassens coming around the bus stop chicane now. He's going to finish a lap, and I think he's going to improve by almost 0.3 of a second.
And as you said that, Werner,
made a mistake.
The commentator's curse is struck already with 5 minutes to go in qualifying.
Let's get that out of the way now.
But yeah, the time's extremely close for such a long track already. Great to see.
Let's go back to Jadwat. I see he's 1.8 seconds improving on his delta at the moment. So that could provisionally put him on a 154.7. Here we go. He spun out a bit earlier around the bus stop. So nice and tidy. I don't think he's going to dethrone Sherratt at the top. No, he goes second fastest.
So he goes, yeah, second quickest. So not even 0.1 of a second. Let's see. Sherratt is in the pits. Lambrecht now is on an outlap. He's about to start a flyer. Let's go on board for Lambrecht in the East Rand racing car. His teammate Default now, in fact, even the Drivers' Championship possession. I don't think he'll be racing this evening, so that's a big pity.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But,
we could see the sheer Jadwat passing Heenop now for the lead of the championship. Okay, here goes Lambrecht into turn 1. This is the source. Now going all the way downhill. Past turn 2 here, 2-0 Rouge Complex, and Radion here at the top, one of the most famous turns in racing. To the first of 2 DRS zones on the back straight, the Kemmel straight, 1.1 kilometers. Drivers will reach upwards of 300 kilometers an hour into a hard braking zone at Lecom. And now this is the highest point on the track, turn number 9, coming downhill to Rivage, taking a third gear, 110 kilometers an hour. Long hairpin turn, coming now to the left-hander, turn 11, and all the way downhill up to 5th gear. Very fast through this turn 12 complex. What the fun track Spa. Nice twisty section in the middle. Coming to turn 13, the right-hander, turn 14, the left-hander. Now turn 15, which is also the lowest point on the track, taking second gear, 150 kilometers an hour. End of the second timing sector here around turn 16. The long straight here at the back, coming around Blanchimont turn number 17, then flat out past turn number 18, using all of the track here, coming to a hard braking zone into turn number 19, the must stop chicane, a perfect overtaking opportunity here. Keep the back end nice and tidy, coming around the last turn 20, and the second DRS zone, coming over the start finish line. Lambrecht goes quickest. Excellent.
That was the right lap to go on board with when I chose the driver. Wow, incredible lap there by Rian Lambrecht.
I would say I made up for the commentator's curse of earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the opposite. You should give it a name.
Yeah. The commentator's blessing. I see Abs Myers a quarter second down on his delta, improving on his delta. And nobody else is improving at this stage. I think we only have 10 drivers on track. Make that 9. 10. There we got John McKay back. Jason Absmeyer, 2 10s. Still improving, 3 10s.
Lock up there, a bit of costume. And she's gaining time now, 3 10s.
Could beat Claessens for 4th. And yes, he does.
See if we can see us improve. Absmeyer is improving 2 10s again.
See Henbury coming to the bus stop chicane now.
Oh, it's spun.
Not going to improve. Claessens coming around. He's going to start a flying lap now. See Heineke. Heineke just made a mistake now. Absmeyer. He's the man. He's improving again. 3 tenths of a second.
Okay, so he's challenging no one for the moment. He needs a bit more than that. If he is to take 3rd from Jadwat.
They need half a second at least.
Okay, need something special this last half of the circuit.
Seconds remaining in the session. See Stein is rounding the last turn now. He will be the last driver setting a flying lap. You got Absmeyer, Boy and Claessens out on track. And Stein, of course. Absmeyer now 1/3 of a second.
He's getting closer to the half a second. We need something special now into the final chicane. Okay, he's braking a bit better here. Oh, another lock up. Wheel spin through the corner. Oh, he's better to get the power down. It's costing time. And we've got a question here from Brandon De Beer in the YouTube live chat. Are there mandatory pit stops in the SimRace GP League? The question is no, Brandon, not in this championship. We only have a mandatory pit stop in the South African SimGT series, the 90-minute race, where everybody must do 1 pit stop. And then we have another question from MB12. What are the race details, guys? How many laps are there pit stops? Yeah, each race is 15 laps. We've got 1 pace lap and 14 race laps. So that's 2 lots of that. And then, no, there aren't any pit stops this evening. So it's a flat out sprint for half an hour each race. And we are concluding qualifying here. Boy, it's not going to improve, I don't think, is he? Oh, and he makes a mistake there. No. I think everybody else is in the pits. No, Marcus Stan is up 0.4 of a second. And he needs more than that if he's to challenge Heenop of a 7th. He's on 0.6. He's got 0.7 now. Getting the power down. Will he get there? No, he won't just quite make it. Okay, he goes to 9th.
Okay, so that's it for qualifying. Quick rundown of your positions. I think we only have 12 drivers setting times. In pole position, it's Rian Lambrecht with a 54.678, followed by just over 1/10 of a second Jordan Sherratt, starting at 2nd position. Squadra Ghostworks number 83 of Bashir Jadwati, starting at 3rd place, only 0.05 of a second behind Jordan Sherratt. Absmeyer starting at 4th in the RP Madcape number 90. He's got a 55.17. In 5th place, it's Quade Claessens with a 55.5. Matthew Boy starting in 6th position with 55.787. Chris Heineke, Reaper Ghostworks number 13. Did a 156.069. Then a big gap to Mark Henbury, 0.6 of a second behind. He's starting in 8th position with a 56.6. In 9th position, we got Stephen Sparks in the Sparks Racing number 531. He posted a 57.55. Marcus Steyn starting in 10th position with a 57.9. Dani Steenkamp starting in 11th and a 58.527. And then at the back we got John McKay starting in 12th position with 59.620. I think we're missing Gustav Jacobs, Tim Smith, Gabriel Rousseau and Dewald Nell. They're not starting today.
Yeah, we've got 40 seconds before the start of the formation lap, where Rian Lambrecht will lead the field around for a slow lap in single file, and then they'll speed up to race pace to start racing from the last corner on lap 2. And we're hoping for a clean start into that turn 1, as we know from many Formula 1 races before. They can get ugly, and hopefully we're going to avoid that this evening. And we've got a question in the YouTube live chat from Brandon De Beer, and if a person wants to join in on the action, do they first have to race in the simGP series in order to qualify for the simGP series? In fact, for this season, it was the opposite way around. You had to race in the simGP series to qualify for the simGP series. So the South African simGP series is our flagship championship. And in fact, the simGP series was a sort of a qualifying championship race to get into the simGP series. And of course, we also had the Sprint Q series, which was a qualifying sort of sprint, a double sprint race format to get into the main GT series. But that might change for next season. Nothing is confirmed yet for the 2018.2 season. So keep a lookout for any announcements to do with the new season. We're currently evaluating all options as to what we're going to do. We now watch Rian Lambrecht in the East Racing entry. Just leading the field around. He's limited to 200 kilometers an hour around this formation lap. He's not allowed to go faster than that, otherwise he will incur time penalty after the race. Another thing we're looking at bringing into next season is an academy to teach new drivers, even drivers who've been racing with us for a while. Sort of teach them how to drive a sim racing car, sort of tips and tricks as to how to set up your wheel and how to drive the basics.
That's going to be cool. What's your plan with that? How do you plan on doing that?
I'm not quite sure at the moment, but I'm sort of thinking of a sort of a track day environment with a race at the end, a short race, or multiple short races, sort of watching and then sort of trying to pick out things as the race goes on, keep them short, multiple short races, and try and improve for the next race, as it were, sort of going on board in Discord, chatting to the driver while he's racing. And we'll see. I'm not quite sure how it's going to happen just yet, but it's just some of the ideas I have.
And I think some setup tips as well that could go a long way.
Absolutely, yeah. There's lots of sort of generic tips you could use to become quicker instantly. And I think there's definitely sort of a gap, an education gap in there as to what can be done. But we turn our focus to this race. Real Lambrecht now has approached the speed up point now. He'll speed up to race pace and off he goes. Everybody will be on cold brakes and tyres. Be careful into turn 1, but Jordan Charat's right there with Lambrecht. He wants to get on with this, and of course we've got Bashir Jadwat, the South African simGP Series champion this season, now chasing him down 3rd position. And who is that? I think it's Claessens who's gone deep. And he's recovering now back onto the circuit. He rejoins ahead of Boy. Down to Arouge we go, and Charat now under pressure from Bashir Jadwat. Up Kimmel Straight we go, and Charat's gone defensive, but I think Jadwat's got him already. So Jadwat up into 2nd position, easy as that. Charat trying to outbreak him now, side by side. Wow, great racing here on the opening lap. And Charat's not done just yet. He wants to get back past Jadwat.
A bit further down the field, Boy has passed Claessens after he went off there at the source. And the other position changes this one here, Jadwat passes Charat.
Absolutely, so Boy and Claessens, teammates of course, the simGP Racing, they swap positions. Let's see how that team dynamic plays out throughout the race. Definitely Lamprecht's got one up there, but Jadwat's, he's catching him, he's bringing Charat along with him. So Lamprecht just has a 0.7 of a second lead for the moment. Jadwat's on to move away from Charat now.
Lamprecht almost a second ahead now.
We're under pressure from Claessens again.
Slight lock up. Oh, we got.
Who spun that? Who's that? Is that Charat?
Oh, we got 2 spinners. It's Charat and Henbury. I think Henbury is the other one. Yes.
Right? Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, so chaos here for RPM. Oh, that is not looking good for their championship aspirations.
And I think Heenop is in the pits. Don't know what happened there.
He's got problems. So let's see if we can get out again, perhaps to get some practice in for the second race. But yeah, it's gone terribly wrong for Chris Heineke and the Reaper Ghost Works outfit. But, we're back with the leaders now, and Lamprecht can't get away from Jadwat just yet. Jadwat will be bringing a sigh of relief as Charat's fallen back in some action again. Who's gone around there? It's Sparks. The top of the Kimmel Straight. He goes around, he will rejoin in 10th position.
Bit of damage there on that Formula 2 car. Yeah, these cars, of course, no traction control, no anti-lock brakes. It's quite a tricky car to drive. It's catching out a couple of the drivers today.
Especially on cold tyres. Should have warmed up to temperature by now though.
Charat just passing Asmeyer now.
Yeah, they might have been a team play there. That's their sister teammates. RP and Sim Racing team and RP Mad Cape. And Jason Asma just behind Sherrod now. He's in fact the team principal of their team, and he wants RPM, of course, to win the team's championship. And I think he just let Sherrod go there to get after Claessen's in 4th position.
Marcus Stein just past Steenkamp for 8th. Oh, Steenkamp coming back at him now.
I think Stein spun there, Werner. I'm not sure what you think, but it just seemed to rejoin there. Yeah. Oh,
Let's see.
What's happened to
Last
Stein?
lap was at 2 minute 10. Yeah, so he's got a problem.
He's waiting for somebody. He possibly maybe him and Sparks came together the last lap. It's possible.
Yeah, Sparks had a 2 minute 12.9 and Stein had a 2 minute 10. So yeah, there was something happening there on the last lap. Both of them losing about 10 seconds, a bit more.
And we've got another question from Brandon. How did the divisions work? So for the current season, what would happen if we had more than 22 drivers? We had 24 drivers server limit, but because we run 2 commentators, we normally have 22 drivers in the server. If it's more than 22, this season we had, I think, over 50 entries. Okay, as we watch the battle heating up now, Jadwat's right with Lamprecht now. Lamprecht's going to have to defend if he is to hang on to the Jadwat's trying to go on the outside. No. Lamprecht says no. Jadwat's going to try again, cuts back. Look. Into the chicane we go, and Lamprecht's got him covered for the moment, but Jadwat definitely looking dangerous. On lap 4:15 as Lamprecht's made a mistake. Where's Jadwat? Jadwat's also made a mistake.
So, both of them.
Yeah.
On the exit of turn 20, the bus stop chicane. And this battle between Boy and Claessen's for 3rd place also heating up.
So we see a mistake by Matthew Boy there too, but Claessen didn't get by there. Claessen's got a run on Boy now. This is the battle for 3rd, the teammates. Wow, Claessen's looking feisty. Moving left and right and left again. Boy is going to let his teammate go there. I think he just braked very early there. And there Claessen's go. Claessen's, I think he's got the pace to run with the front runners now. They're right there, those two. Great work here by simGP Racing. I'm going to finish how the divisions work, yeah. So basically we have more than the server limit for a season, and there's enough drivers to make up a 2nd division. What we do is before, I think it's a Thursday to the Sunday, before each race, we have practice sessions on the server, which basically work as a qualifying session. And then I'll take the top half of the drivers and put them into Division 1, and the second half into Division 2, or the third lot into Division 3. So it basically works on your hot lap time in the practice sessions that determines in which division you're racing for the following race in that specific championship. So that is for a qualifying championship, basically for the South African simGP series. For the GT series itself, our flagship championship, you need to achieve a certain race result in either the Sprint Q championship or the GP series, and this season was the top 7 in both of them, so they made up the 14. And then the Thursday before the South African simGP series, we would have a last chance qualifying session, and then the remaining grid starts will be made up by those fastest drivers. We also take the top 3 from the 2nd division race in the GT series from the previous round and make up the 22 drivers with that. So yeah, I know it sounds very complicated, and there are different ways and means to get into the main championship race, but there you have it. It may change for the 2nd season as you see Judd Watts around. What is around, man? I cannot believe it.
Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we actually, Claessens has passed Boy, Chirac has passed Absmeyer, and now Judd Watt losing time. He's lost 9 seconds with that incident. He's running in second, so Claessens and Boy has passed him.
Oh, again!
Guys are struggling.
Big drift.
Yeah, impressive drift. And he's going to lose another position here. Oh, tight. That is behind him, Chirac.
Chirac and Judd Watt. This should be tasty. Oh, Judd Watt! I mean, that's Chirac. What a move, Werner. Wow.
I think his tires are overheated, Judd Watt, after that big drift of his. A lot of action. The guys are struggling. I'm looking at the lap times. They're not getting even remotely close to what they did in qualifying. There's been so much action.
Jadwat is just trying to calm himself and center himself again, like I had to do this last weekend. And he now will be zeroing in on Chirac again, as I say, then he gets it wrong, but hangs on to it.
Chirac started in second, he dropped all the way down to 8th by lap 2, and now he's back up to 4th. Here we have Chirac, Judd Watt, Absmeyer and Henbury behind them. Less than 4 seconds separating these 4 drivers. Best lap of the race so far, Judd Watt with a 57.35. Second best is Lambrecht, still out in front with a 57.4. Claessens with a 57.7 and Matthew Boy with a 158.0. On board now with Lambrecht coming to turn 15. He's already got a almost 6 second gap to Claessens in second. Claessens started in 5th place, really out in second. Work by him. Lambrecht very consistent out in front, and Jason, we've seen this all season. Lambrecht is Mr. Consistent all the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a former Formula Sim Racing driver as well, of course, and we all know how competitive that championship is. And this has been a long time coming to see Lambrecht up front running away with it. And, he will just looking to bring the car home now. He has got around 7 laps remaining to take what will be his first victory of the season, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's correct.
Yep, he's currently in 3rd in the championship, 273 points, 10 points behind Leslie Willifant, who's not racing today. And David Mel is leading, he's also not racing. So this is ideal for Rian Lambrecht. Finished in the top 10 and all 6 races that he actually competed in, and he got 5 podiums as well. Second and 4th at Monza, 2nd and 3rd at Nürburgring, and 2 third places at Circuit of the Americas.
As we look back at Judd Watt, and in fact Chirac's behind him again. I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but anyway, Chirac's going to have to do it again.
Boy, Judd Watt, Chirac all matching each other with their lap times. Lambrecht still the fastest man out on track. See, the only driver really catching up is Heenop catching Steven Sparks. Heenop currently in 11th, he's catching up to Steven Sparks in 10th. Heenop is out of the pits. On board now is Chirac. Out in front of him you see Bashir Judd Watt. We are 8 laps into this race. Do you expect any pit stops? I think we have seen some pit stops in the simGP.
Yes, we do. Famously Devard now, I think he did 2 or 3 pit stops in the first race of the season, which caught everyone off guard, and still went on to win the race. Yes, we may see.
For the viewers watching, it's not mandatory, but you are more than
Oi,
welcome.
Jadwat again!
No! Jadwat. Oh, dropping another place there to Adsmeyer. And Henbury is going to be behind him. Oh, so something not right with that setup.
Then all I can think he's got a fundamental setup issue there. Or some other issue we don't know about. Oh, as you say that, Charat's also got around. So as you say, yes, everybody's struggling.
Everybody except Lambrecht. Oh, that's great news for Matthew Boy. He's up to 3rd place. Absmeyer going up to 4th. Absmeyer was running in...
Oh, very aggressive here between these two. I think there's actually contact there between Jadwat and Absmeyer. Slight. Jadwat's really struggling under pressure now from Charat, who's going to have a run on him. Next corner goes right. Charat is well positioned and he's got him. And we've got Absmeyer struggling for grip as well. So it's making for amazing racing, I must say.
Yeah, with 12 guys on track, this is really exciting. Jadwat down to 6th, and here's Henbury. He's coming around. He's going to also capitalize on that mistake there. So Jadwat starting at 3rd, he was running in 2nd up until lap 5. Now dropping all the way down to 7th. 2 laps time. We see him now behind him.
The outside.
He's going to get a shot here into the bus stop chicane. He's already passed. Hard on the brakes.
He runs into Absmeyer.
Not Bashir's best race today, unfortunately. Oh. Lambrecht still out in front. His last lap was 157.7. He's just extending that lead of his. Claessen's keeping up nicely, 6.2 seconds behind his last lap of 57.8. Matthew Boy running in 4th, his last lap of 58.4, so nothing bothering these 3 guys out in front. And then a big gap to Charat in 4th place, 13 seconds behind Boy.
So yes, driving a lot more care in this race is paying dividends, I think, and I think that's what Lamprecht and Claessens are doing, just that. They're just lapping well in sort of what they can produce that time wise. And he's playing with big time here at Spa. If it stays like this, this will put RPM in a very good situation in the Teams Championship. We'll do some maths in the second race, but it's looking pretty good for RPM for the moment.
And the man on the charge now is Chris Heenop. He's fighting his way back after that early pit stop. He's already passed Kay Sparks and Steenkamp. He's up to 9th. So we've got 5 laps to go, including this one. The Lambrecht still 6 seconds ahead. Claessens. Field quite spread out, except I see Jadwat is close behind Absmeyer.
This will be brave.
Yes.
Both drivers doing very well there.
Yeah, but he is through. Jadwat is through, and Absma now with the toe. Could go for a stab at it here. Oh, brilliant. Oh, losing the back end. I've seen that a lot around Spa. Just coming into Lecom. And Stein capitalizing on that mistake of Absmeyer. Jadwat now in 6th position.
There's definitely something going on. And if the temperatures have skyrocketed and it's overheating the tires, could be. It's caught just about everybody off guard except for Leprector Claessens.
Taking a look at Absmeyer's car, his car is badly damaged after that contact. Looks like he got some wing damage.
Of course, I must correct myself. Absmeyer is not in fact driving for RPM. He's in fact driving for RP Madcape, so there's a bit of confusion on my side. The other man in the RPM team at the moment is Steenkamp. He's down in 10th. So I think they're pretty much the championship still on. Going into the second race. Oh, got more action. Jadwat's off for second again. And he rejoins behind teammate Stein.
Okay, we got 3 laps to go.
Brandon, I wouldn't say Jadwat is always so aggressive. I think he's just really battling with the car this evening. It seems like everybody's battling with the car this evening.
Claessen's running in third. He's 2 seconds behind Boy, and his last lap was the fastest lap of the race at 56.948. We could well see some action here on the last 3 laps. There was a pass. Absmeyer takes Jadwat. I wonder if Jadwat...
Yeah.
The problem.
Yeah, Steins is still out through as well. Yeah, Stein was ahead of him really out.
Oh, you know what? Claessen's lost the position to Boy. He lost 13 seconds on that lap. He was running in second at the start of that previous lap. Jadwat losing 6 seconds. And Steenkamp now losing time as well. Has got a lot of damage on his car. His rear wing is almost falling off.
Yeah, perhaps we might see a different selection of tyres for the next race if these ones aren't quite up to things in this race. Perhaps the temperatures.
Everybody is on softs except for Sparks is on super soft and McKay is on medium. So yeah, I wonder if it's the tires or something else. Absmeyer and Jadwat, they're going to battle it out again. It's going to be like the 4th time these two are dueling for what is now 7th position. around turn 13, 14, coming down to 15, the right-hander, and then Stavelot, another right-hander, crucial to get good drive here down the back straight. Seen Judd what fast coming into the bus stop chicane, making a couple of moves on the braking. It's a bit far now. Let's see if you can carry good speed. Closing in very rapidly on Absmar. Absmar going defensive. Judd Watt on the outside. Absmar outbreaks himself, spins the rear end around. That's it. Judd Watt up to 7th. Absmar recovering. Fortunately for him, Heenop is 24 seconds down the road, so he's not going to lose any more positions. What I think. Jason?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. Appeared to have lost my co-commentator Werner Heenop, so we'll get him back as soon as we can. I've got a feeling his line's gone down or he's lost power or something like that. But we are watching Rian Lamprecht about to complete the final lap of the race. A great drive by him so far. And, let's go down the field to see if there's any more action that we can pick up. Mark Hembry's having a good run this evening. He's 4 tenths up on his best starter so far. And, Judd Watt challenging Verstappen. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. There she is, probably a very calm and collected driver and makes the right decisions. But this evening, something's not quite right, and I think it's with the car. But let's see how we go in race 2 this evening. But certainly for 12 cars, I think there's quite a lot of action in race 1. Rian Lamprecht. Very comfortable. Has read the situation absolutely perfectly. Not able to get away from Judd Watt in the opening stages. Perhaps he's looking after the tyres because we could see something the others weren't seeing. But anyway, down the back straight we go absolutely flat out. When you get it right in this car, it's very rewarding and thrilling. It's the Formula 2 car, of course. And under braking we go for the final time in race 1. Rian Lamprecht will take his maiden victory here at Sim Race South Africa. Congratulations to him and East Rand Racing. Great stuff.
And I'm back, Jason.
And you back. Good stuff.
I dropped for a second. Okay. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I just heard my name and then nothing. So we've got Lamprecht's really won the race. Matthew Boy is coming to take a well-deserved second. Wow, look at that. Claessens will get third, so it's a second and a third for Synergy Racing, a double podium. Congratulations to them. Jordan Schrader will get fourth on his race back at Sim Race South Africa. Great to see. Mark Hembry will cross the line in 5th position. Good drive by him as well. And Marcus Stay will get 6th position. His teammate Bashir Judd Watt will get 7th. Oh, he has a spin there as well.
Not yet.
Basically sums up his race.
He's going to get his 7th shortly.
That's why I said I took a while before I said 7th. Sorry, Bashir. But Chris Heineke will get 8th position for Reaper Ghostworks. Good recovery from, I think he was last in 12th position at one stage. Jason Absmeyer will cross the line in 9th position. Here comes Steven Sparks for Sparks Racing. He will get 10th. Stenkamp will get 11th, and John McKay I think will get 12th position. So that concludes the first race this evening. Okay, we will take a sort of a 5 to 7 minute break, and we'll be back for the second qualifying session. Don't go away. Hello, welcome back to Spa-Francorchamps for the second qualifying session. And we've got Bashir Jadwad out first. He's looking to make amends for race 1, I think. And you will want this second race even more now. He's about to open his opening is outlap. To start a flyer, of course.
Yeah, it's Jadwat leading the way, and then we got Steyn, Lambrecht, Adams, Myers, Sherratt, Heenop. Jadwat again, very quick out of the pits, and he's coming around. He's starting his flying lap now. Checking the scores, the championship standings. Lambrecht now on 323, and Jadwat in second, 298. So if my calculations are correct, if Rian can finish this race, he should win the championship. Unofficial scoring that.
We're saying Rian will.
Rian, yeah.
Okay,
if he finishes the race, he should win the championship.
It's all happening here at Spa. Take nothing for granted. And Rian Lamprecht, who was third in the championship going into this race, is looking to win it at the death. Can you believe it? There's two competitors not racing this evening.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not racing. But yeah, brilliant job winning that first race, and that's his first win of the season. He's had 5 podiums so far, and now that win. Other rounds, of course, Silverstone was the first round, Monza, then Nürburgring, then Circuit of the Americas was the 4th, and this the 5th round. Looking at Jadwat. Okay, and we started getting our first timings here. Lambrecht leading the way with a 55.8, quite a distance off the qualifying session 1 times of less than 55 seconds. Jadwat second, Adamsma third, Heenop, Steyn, and Steenkamp. Steenkamp probably had some issues on that lap of his 2 minutes 04. As I say, that Claessens goes second quickest with a 55.988. And we've got Boy coming around the bus stop chicane now. He's going to finish his first flying lap. And 8th, 19th, so you also had some issues on that lap of his. Jadwat now. He's still leading up the pack. He's half a second quicker on this lap. Jordan Sherratt 3/10 quicker, Lambrecht 3/10 quicker, and I can also see Claessens improve. Jordan Sherratt, unfortunately he made a mistake on this lap. He's back at the pits. And Bashir Jadwat coming to the bus stop chicane now. He's 4/10 down on his delta, make that 5/10. He's going to improve by about 4, and he goes second quickest, just passes Quade Claessens. And Claessens is going to improve by 2/10, Lambrecht by 3/10. As we see Jadwat going off the track and teleporting back to the pits. Claessens is going to improve by almost half a second. And that's going to be very close for first position with Lamprecht. Claessens is crossing the start-finish line. Oh, 400ths of a second behind Lamprecht, currently in provisional second position. Claessens.
Wow, that's close.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Especially this track. This track is 7 kilometers long.
Yeah, Claessens will be drawing a lot of confidence from that first race. And it just takes a race like that to click something in your mind and suddenly you can be half a second faster.
Still now with Claessens, he's slightly slower on this lap. Marcus Stein is going to improve by about 0.2 of a second. Marcus Stein crossing the start finish line is going to improve by 0.3 and just passes Boy for 8th position.
If my maths is not failing me, I actually think Synergy Spartan have got a real shot of taking this team's championship in race 2. As far as I can see, they're now leading the championship by, what is that, 15, no? $16 points.
After that race.
After
this race, yeah.
Because it gets complicated because the worst rounds need to be dropped for each driver. So that's another complication you need to deal with.
Okay, back with this race, Lamprecht is he's 4.5 tenths down. Half a second actually on his delta. So he's going to improve. We can jump to him. And he's almost done with his lap. Half a second, and that's going to be very close with Chirac and Lamprecht here for provisional pole position. Further down the field, Jadwat's improving by 9 tenths, but we are with Lamprecht now coming around the bus stop chicane. He's lost about 1/10 of a second there, and I don't think he is going to beat Chirac. Jadwat now in second position, and Lamprecht does improve, but somewhere I missed Jadwat. He is currently in second place, provisional second position. See, Claessens is going to improve by 1/10 of a second, 1.5 tenths. Further down the field, Boy is improving by 0.3 of a second. And the other drivers are on outlaps. Claessens getting a lot of time there. Now already improving by 4 tenths. Not even halfway with the lap. Boy also 4 tenths. Stein improving by 1/10. Oh, Claessens, I think he made a mistake. Yeah, going to the pits there. Ruining that lap somewhere.
So Matthew Boyd now almost a second up on his Delta. What will that do for him? He could go 5th. Yeah, take on Absmeyer, 5th position. Good lap this bad boy. Lost a bit of time there, unfortunately. But he'll still improve to 6th. Stein goes 7th.
Is on a good lap. He's a quarter of a second improving on his delta. Henbury 4/10. Stephen Sparks improving as well. So we have 2 minutes left in this session. With Jadwat, he needs 1/10 of a second to take provisional pole position. I see Sherratt is in the pit, so he's not going to get another flying lap. This is going to be the final shot of Jadwat. And he scores some time. Still slightly behind on his delta. Coming into turn 13 and 14. If he can squeeze out 1/10 of a second, he should take provisional pole position. Looking at the other deltas, I think the only driver that's also going to improve is Matthew Boy by 2/10 of a second, but we are with Jadwat now. Coming down this back straight, all the way to the bus stop chicane, slightly improving, only 0.06 of a second, and this is going to be crucial coming into the bus stop chicane. Let's see what we can do. He's a bit earlier on the brakes. Nice and tidy, but he loses time, and he's tank slapper there at the end. He's not going to improve. Stays in second position. Lamprecht, he's 0.2 of a second, and he goes second. He was second fast, so he improves his time, but he stays in second. Matthew Boy is going to improve slightly, and Boy's in the pits. Only Claessens, Absma and Stein out on track now. Stephen Sparks also, he's coming across the start-finish line. And we got Claessens in the bus stop chicane. He's not going to improve, and he's not going to get the opportunity for another flying lap. So we got Absmeyer out on track. He's 3/10 behind on his delta, and Stein is improving by 1/10. Just as I say that, he loses time. And that's the end of our second qualifying session. Jordan Chirac qualifying pole to 154.8. Only 300ths of a second behind him is Rian Lambrecht. Sheer Jadwat starting at third position, only 1/10 of a second behind Lambrecht. Quite Larson starting in fourth with a 55.473. Abs Meyer starting in fifth with a 56.01. Chris Heenop is starting in sixth with a 56.05. Only 400ths of a second behind Abs Meyer. Starting in seventh is Matthew Boy with a 56.3. Mark Henbury starting in eighth, the 56.322, only 6,000ths of a second behind Boy. In ninth position is Marcus Stein with a 56.5. Stephen Sparks starting at 10th with a 59.0, and in 11th is Donnie Steenkamp with a 59.7. And we are 10 seconds away from race number 2 here at Spa. Of course, a formation lap. And our commentators teleport to the pits. Jason?
Yeah.
Pits, okay, good.
Absolutely. So we've got our moving chicanes out the way. And let's see what Jordan Chirac can do from pole position. He's got Rian Lamprecht, of course, right behind him. So that should be an interesting tussle. Of course, Jadwat there as well, and Glassens and Aswa, and anybody can take this victory. So to be cautious is a good idea, as according to what we saw in race 1. And everybody trying to warm up their tires as much as possible, moving side by side. Chirac's not doing that though, interestingly enough. So he's picked up on something there. Perhaps it's not a good idea to do.
They got the exact same tires as the previous race. Everybody on softs except Sparks on super soft. And I think Steenkamp was on mediums in the previous race. So no change in tires.
Brandon asking what the academy will entail. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do the academy just yet, but it's going to be a knowledge sharing exercise to get as many drivers up to speed as possible. We're just finding a gap between sort of new people coming in and learning about the simulator and how to set the car up and how to drive the car as well. And perhaps the gap is just a bit too big to really enjoy yourself, and we want to make it a whole lot better. But be releasing details over the next month or so as to what that's going to be about, and the best way to do that, and the most enjoyable way to do it as well. So Charette now approaching the speeder point. He's bunched up the field nicely. And Lamprecht will be try to be wise to what he's going to do now. Oh, Charette. Power, and off we go. Charette's got the power down, so does Lamprecht, and Jadwat's got the run on Lamprecht, I think, into turn 1. Let's see what happens now. And, no one having a go at this early stage. Oh, a bit of contact, I think. Jadwat into the back of Lamprecht. Not too bad. Lamprecht all out of shape there, and I think Jadwat's got him. Yes, Lamprecht's fallen back to 4th position, under pressure now from Absmeyer. So it hasn't gone according to plan for Lamprecht. Up the Kimmel Straight we go for the first time in race 2, and Charette is away for the moment. And just 11 cars in this race, unfortunately. Just 1 car down from race 1. Claessen's now up to 3rd. This is Craig Claessen's for Synergy Racing. He wants another podium, if not a victory. And got Chris Heineke is looking to have a better race as well. In the background, we've got Hembry. Chased by Boy, Stain, Sparks, and Stain comes right there as well. Let's get back to the Claessen's Lamprecht battle. On board with our race 1 winner, Leon Lamprecht for East Rand Racing.
Yeah, we saw Jadwat Claessen's passing Rian Lamprecht, and then but down the field, Henbury passing Boy for 7th position as well. Lamprecht coming around turn 15, then turn 16, and Charette leading the way from Jadwat Claessen's Lamprecht, now half a second behind Absmeyer. Right up behind this Formula 2 car of Lamprecht, less than 3/10 of a second. We could see some action here into the bus stop chicane now. This is Absmeyer. Absmeyer hard on the brakes, not hoping to make a move this time.
Oh, Jadwat, all of the shape. This is a switch to him there. He'll be under pressure now from Claessen's. And I think Craig Claessen's could be a driver to look out for in this race. Let's see if we can come get on to terms with Jadwat. Up the Kimmel Straight we go. Jadwat goes defensive immediately. Jadwat thinks so. Here comes Claessen's. He's bringing Lamprecht with him. Into braking we go. Yeah, Claessen's definitely closed that gap to Jadwat. Looking dangerous is Craig Claessen's.
Closes invisibly around turn 12 to Jadwat, 3/10 of a second behind, and it's critical for him to get good drive here around turn 15 and 16 onto the long back straight. Jadwat seems a bit more solid this race. We're 3 laps in, but he looks good.
Yeah, perhaps he's gone for a softer setup for this race. Different philosophy.
There's an issue at the back of the field. He's very slow. Watch Absmeyer coming around to complete the 2nd lap. Fastest lap of the race so far, Charette with 57.119.
Boy, under pressure from Stain. Into La Sauce. Boy defends well. I think Stain might get a run with him here. Stay with him.
Going to get a good tow here, and they're approaching the horizon. Had to take his foot off the gas. He's going to still get his opportunity here.
Oh, it's going to be
On the
contact.
inside, very close. Good defensive work by Boy there.
Boy says, not this time, you have to try again.
I think if Stein put more effort into turn 9, he could have got him there. So perhaps playing it a bit safe.
Oh, Stan's made a mistake. I think it's in the dirty air there. Turned in, the car just went straight.
He's got Sparks right behind him, 1/10 of a second behind.
Steven Sparks having a good run here in race 2. Watch this, I'll just keep it on the cap. So what's happened here? Absma has dropped to be behind Heineke. Looks like a bit of a half spin there for Absma. So what Heineke needed to get that Reaper Ghostwings car through. Up into 5th position is Heineke. Oh, what does that say? Oh, Lamprecht spun as well. Oh, attack there, not too bad. But Lamprecht not having it his way in race 2. Not like race 1 anyway. No, it's getting feisty. These 4 together now for 4th position. Absma has put that move on Heineke out of La Source. Heineke's got a run on Absma now. Oh, on the grass is Heineke. That's confident. Jadwat's right with Charette for the lead of this race as well. Oh, Heineke very aggressive. Pops out the slipstream. Up the inside. Absma says, yeah, breaks him around the outside. Great move.
Absma running wide. Absma and Lamprecht both lost 4 seconds on the previous lap.
Embe looking to put pressure on Heineke now. These 2 former teammates. So the rumors of them teaming up again next season. Let's see what happens.
Embury was 4/10 of a second faster than Heineke on the previous lap, so he's going to put him under pressure. It's Steenkamp now. Sparks, he had an issue on the previous lap, 2 minutes 10 seconds, so he lost about 12 seconds. I think he had a spin in the bus stop chicane.
It's Claessens. Claessens made a mistake and off he goes. Drops down to 7th position.
Losing 4 places.
5. He's got a bit of a problem.
Oh! Big spin, big spin. Who's that? It's Marcus Stein and Claessens.
Coming together.
Didn't see what
happened. Oh, and Stan's also spun it. So.
That's the thing with these Formula 2 cars. Once you spin, those tires are overheated. It's very difficult to get back in the groove. Absmeyer with Lamprecht behind him. This is the battle for third. And then Heenop closing in as well, and Henbury putting pressure on Heenop.
I think Absmeyer actually put a move on Lamprecht into the chicane. Better on your bar, Jason Absmeyer. Oh, here's that nut brakes off.
Lamprecht losing another 4 seconds.
This is the lead for the lead of the race, and we've got Jadwat just under a second behind Charat. So whatever Jadwat was battling with in race 1, he's got it sorted out, it seems. So does Charat. And these two clearing off at the front. They've got a 7-second lead ahead of Absmeyer in third position. Finally under pressure from Henbury once again. And we've got Lamprecht for company as well. 8 laps remaining of this 2018.2 South African simGP series season. Here comes Henbury and Annika. Oh, they've made contact. Will Henbury wait for Heineke? Doesn't look like it, does it? Lamprecht trying to put a move on Henbury as well. Oh yes, Mark is waiting for Chris. It's good. Oh, he comes back. I think he just clipped the curb there.
Yo.
It's how difficult these cars are to drive.
Yeah.
Henbury in the wall.
I think he's got some damage. Jadwat right behind Charat now. Less than half a second separating them. Jadwat's previous lap 0.2 of a second faster than Jordan.
Jordan much quicker through that section.
This is very first sim race here at Sim Race SA.
No, I think he did race with us about 2 seasons ago, I think. 2 or 3 seasons, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, definitely his first race in this car.
Very impressive. Steyn got some action at the back. Steyn and Claessens. Steyn is going to make a move. Yeah. That would have been brave there.
Claessens is last to it. Claessens has carried on like nothing happened.
Steyn is still on him. Here we go onto the back straight. Using a bit more than the track limits, but that's okay. Acceptable.
Oh,
here comes Steyn. Pulls out of the toe, out of the slipstream, and he's already passed. But now Claessens could make a comeback here into the bus stop chicane. No, it's not. And that's a move by Steyn up to 8th position.
Let's see if Claessens can come back and Steyn up the Kemmel Straight. I say up because it actually goes up quite a steep hill. Down towards Rouge we go. And I don't think Claessens is right with Steyn at all. Not close enough for the slipstream, I don't think. So good move there by Marcus Stan for 8th position.
He finished 4th in race number 1. So he's looking good for a win here. And Jadwat is looking a lot better now. Finished 7th first race after having some issues. And he looks very solid. Like the Jadwat we used to know. Yeah. Oh, big lockup from Jordan Sherratt. Let's see their lap times. Sherratt 57.0, Jadwat 57.2. And Rian Lambrecht on a move now. He just set the fastest second sector time. One-tenth down his best lap. But his best lap is only a 58.6. The fastest lap of the race so far, Jordan Sherratt with a 57.0. Oh no, sorry, fastest lap of the race so far, Jadwat with a 56.8, Jordan Sherratt with a 57.0, second fastest lap of the race.
Jadwat will be reveling this battle, going up a real world's racing driver, Jordan Sherratt. Raced in the US Formula 4 Championship last season. And Jadwat will be looking to try and get him if he can before the 15th lap and the end of this race.
Lambrecht has had an off, I think.
Looks like it's Heenop.
Heenop, yeah, Heenop as well. Lambrecht. Last lap 201. That's my also 201, Heenop 201. So all
Jadwat's
three of
on
them
the attack. The slipstream. Oh, Sherratt defends. Very nicely indeed.
It's going to be very exciting these last 4.5 laps. Sherratt with another lockup.
Jadwat just seems to have the edge on pace for the moment.
Yeah, his last lap was half a second quicker than Sherratt. 57.4 for Sherratt and 56.9 for Jadwat. But he is behind him. He can make a move probably into the bus stop chicane. It seems to be the favourite spot, or into Nekong in 8. The rest of the field quite spread out behind this battle.
Oh, contact!
Oh. Was there contact?
Yes, there was, I think.
Okay, Jadwat waiting.
There you go. Yeah. I suppose not quite close enough in third position to take advantage of that. So I'll just continue as they were. And good sportsmanship behaviour there from Judd Watt, just causing an incident, just waiting for him. That's what we expect of the drivers at SimRace South Africa. So Judd Watt being a fine example there. And the battle continues.
The whole race so far, Judd Watt has seemed more confident through the bus stop chicane, or actually more the exit of the bus stop. Judd Watt now closing in the toe of Sherat, going on defensively. Sherat going wide. Judd Watt with a switch back. Sherat having to go across the curb. And I think that was fine from Judd Watt. I don't think he was at fault there. So he goes into first position. Is Sherat. Has recovered back on track, and that is now Judd Watt with a 4-second gap out in front. Actually, what happened was Sherat went off the track, and as he came back, he made contact with Judd Watt.
Yeah, it wasn't the safest of rejoins. So I'm going to do that. Judd Watt, Sherat is just a bit too aggressive in the braking there. It is difficult to get that car stopped for that pretty sharp right-hander after that long straight. And Judd Watt's on way to take victory of race 2 here with 3 laps remaining. Though anything can happen.
And that's the first lead change, the first lap that Judd Watt is leading. Sherat has led every lap so far. For this, and that's 3 laps to go, including this one. Absmeyer currently in 3rd position, started 5th. New personal best laps for Steenkamp, Boy and Steyn. Oh! Another drift from Sherat. Doing very well to keep it together. Absmeyer under pressure from Lamprecht. Lamprecht, quickest driver on track on the last lap. He did a 57.8. Absmeyer did a 59.6. So Lamprecht 0.8 of a second faster than Absmeyer on the last lap. Yeah, Absmeyer and Lamprecht. Lamprecht is through on the Kemmel straight. Absmeyer looking for the switchback. Oh, this is going to be close, but Lamprecht keeps the 3rd position. Oh, Absmeyer almost losing the back end.
Very good driving between the two drivers. These two have got Matthew Boy catching up there in 5th position. It's going to be a 3-way battle for 3rd position. 4-way if Heineke's got anything to say about it.
Do a quick jump to Charette. I want to show you the damage on his car.
Oh.
Look at the back wing. Oh!
And there's the results.
Yeah, it's the back wing on his. Can you see there? He's only 6 seconds ahead. And here comes Lamprecht. Lamprecht going up to 2nd. Absma is going to have a shot as well. Actually, I think Absma is going to see the damage on the back wing of this car.
Charette will just be looking to bring it home with points for the team. Of course, team principal Jason Absma can't believe it. We need Charette to get to the end for the sake of the championship. Absma gets it all wrong out of the last corner. Charette needs to drive carefully now, as Jadwat has started the final lap of this race.
Charette's last lap at 207.9, so he's losing a lot of time. Surely Absmeyer, if he can have a good lap, he can have a shot at podium position here. But he's under pressure from Heineke now. Heineke and Absmeyer coming down the Kemmel straight. That is Heineke up to 4th position, so Absmeyer dropping down.
Okay, Brandon just telling us that Jordan Senna's pronounced Sherritt, not Charette. So thank you, Brandon. He in fact knows Jordan.
My bad.
No, yeah, so we're just saying it like you spell it. But anyway, thank you, Brandon. But Jadwat has crossed the line to win race 2. Congratulations to him. What a drive. What an improvement from race 1. Lamprecht will get 2nd position.
And Sherritt dropping off another position to Heineke as well, losing 2 places on this last lap. So it's Jadwat, Lamprecht, Heineke, Sherritt, Absmeyer, boy.
Absolutely. And just doing the maths at the moment, I think it's in fact Leslie Oliphant who's won the Drivers' Championship by 2 points from Rian Lamprecht. But we're going to check those numbers. But that is what I see now. And here we will confirm that. And the Teams Championship as well. It needs a bit more work from me to confirm. But yeah, what a race. Not many cars on the track, but plenty of action. And
Lamprecht finished in 2nd. Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a bit complicated, this math. I'm
to
trying
work
as well.
on the spot, yeah. But we will confirm these numbers. But
to take 10 finishes and subtract the 2.
Yeah,
worst.
it's complicated, yeah, because we've got Sherritt driving for RPM as well, so you've got to add all that up as well. But anyway, stay tuned for the results, or not tuned, but in the course of the week, you can visit the simracesa.co.za website, or have a look at our Facebook page as to what happened with regards to the championship. You're not going to work it out now, you're probably going to get it wrong. And but anyway, that concludes the 2018.1 South African simGP series. Thank you very much for joining me throughout the season, and big thank you to you, Werner, for helping out in the commentary booth. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks, Jason.
Absolutely. And yeah, until next week for the final round of the season and the final round of the 2018.1 South African simGP series. We can't wait to see what happens at the Nordschleife, a legendary circuit. But anyway, until next week, all the best from us. Goodbye.